Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Power Talk with Archana. It is your platform to reach out to the stars. Plan your success with me, Archana, as I coach you and mentor you to achieve your success goals and help you carve your dream you've always dreamt for. Welcome to my world as I collaborate with business leaders from across the world and bring to you world class virtual and in person coaching and mentoring. Let's meet one such great business leader today. Dr. Ruby Bakshi Khurdi. Dr. Ruby is a part of my professional network and based in Switzerland and a very dear friend. She's an award-winning educationist, international public speaker, emotional intelligence trainer. A TEDx speaker, she has ruled the space of human resources as an academic dean, a professor for past 15 years at universities in Switzerland. She's a passionate ruler for women empowerment. As the Vice President for Women Empowerment and Development Global Board with Global Goodwill Ambassador, Dr. Ruby strives to create a better world for women across the globe. Let's welcome a very dear friend of mine, Dr. Ruby. Hello, Dr. Ruby. How are you doing?
Hi, Archana. Thank you so much for inviting me here on your platform. I'm really enjoying and thank you again for a wonderful introduction. I'm floored. Thank you.
Pleasure is mine. It's a very well deserving introduction. You're an absolute amazement for all of us to follow and get inspired with. Thank you so much for gracing my show. Let's start this wonderful journey. Ruby, tell me one thing. I mean, you have always been for women empowerment. You have worked so much. You have been a keynote speaker, and you are being invited on so many different platforms. Women today have indeed taken a big time leap, but I think there is still more to it. What are your thoughts on gender equality?
Well, gender equality is something that, we have been creating a lot of talks about it now, but it has always been there even in the past. So it's something that we should respect, not talk about on the streets or not talk about like we have to do this, we have to do that. It has to be respect for both genders, equal respect, equal rights, and equal responsibilities, as well as opportunities. And I believe as an educationist, we all go through our ups and downs. We all go through our situations where we feel, yes, I am at par with our male colleagues. And sometimes when it doesn't happen, we feel, oh, it's because I'm a woman, it happened. So I think, yes, there is a glass ceiling that exists, but at the same time, we need to understand and give both the sides equal opportunities as well as respect, because only we as women, when we do it, others will also do it. The male counterparts will also understand that it has been happening with them, we should not be doing it much more, and it will be vice versa in the future. So not have pity but respect and mutual admiration for both the parts, and whoever is deserving should be given the right platform at the right time.
Yeah, I think that's quite right. It's very important that respect factor has to be there. The
Mhm.
moment, and I think it starts right from the very home. Once we, at the home level, well, people are educated to respect their moms, their wives, their sisters, they go
Mhm.
on to become the same kind of people as they grow up. And that is where their work culture comes into being, and respecting women at work comes into being. I think that is very important. So I think at the home level, we should really strive to educate people around, whoever it be, even for that matter, even women.
Mhm.
I feel even women need to respect women so that that culture is created that every gender has to be respected. Human being needs to be respected. Very well said, Ruby. I completely endorse what you have just mentioned. I would also want to know from you. You have been a keynote speaker, and public speaking is one thing which is very important today. It's important for the youth, for everyone to train themselves to come out in public and be vocal about what they feel, their perspective to come in the forefront, their thoughts to reach out to people. But for that, I think public speaking is something which needs to be really, polished well. Since you
Mhm.
have always been a speaker, you're a TEDx speaker yourself, give us some inputs for the youth of today to help themselves become better public speakers.
It's something like, everyone is born with, we all like to talk. Some like to talk in front of the camera, some like to talk in front of the screen, and some in front of the
Yeah.
mirror, right? People who are a bit
Yeah.
shy, even they like to talk, but maybe they are afraid of the people, or they are afraid with people watching them. So they take their
Yeah.
own ways to get the attention. Um, I think it's very important for people to believe in themselves first, and whatever they are thinking, to say it with conviction, because only
Yeah.
when you believe in yourself and you are confident what you think, what you have been thinking for some time makes sense, then you will have the confidence and you can talk to anyone and anyone at any point of time. So
Yeah.
first of all, it's very important for the people to be a bit confident first themselves, and once they're
Yeah.
confident themselves and they know what they're talking about is making sense to everyone, then automatically they'll be able to interact and share their thoughts
Yeah.
easily. So I
Yeah.
would say, as a TEDx speaker, it was not easy in the beginning, because I was also like, oh my God, in awe. Even though I'm a professor, I have been teaching for so many years and in so many different platforms. But still, when it was TEDx, the way they make you, oh, you have to wear the microphone like this, the spotlight is going to be like that, you have to be on that red carpet. So all those things, they do make you like in awe of, oh my God, oh my God. The heart rate was going on, like pumping really hard.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, once I was there facing the people, it was gone. The whole shaking and oh my God feeling was gone, because now I was there performing. That was
Yeah.
from TEDx point of view. So that's what I mean, is like, when you know what you're talking and you're confident about it, just go for it. My message to all the people is, if you want to be making your profession as a professional speaker, just go thinking one mantra, which I call Ruby's mantra. I know everything, audience knows nothing. Okay. So even if you goof
Yeah.
up, even if you forget something, or even if you're not sure about something, just say it with conviction and keep going on. Because if you keep
Yeah.
going on and you're not showing it, you camouflage it beautifully, people will just listen to you. They will like your content, and rest becomes history. So just make
Right.
sure, go with your content, be confident, and have clarity in your vision, what you want to speak, what you want to focus upon. Speak in such a way that audience just listens to you and follows.
Wow. Yeah, I think that's absolutely amazing. I think it's really important. I always tell people, the moment you go, you should actually feel as if you're in a room which is absolutely vacant. There is nobody, and you are listening to yourself. And it's just like bathroom singing. So you're bathroom talking now. I think that makes all the magic. You're very, very right there. Just go with that conviction. Be sure of what you're saying. So even if you goof up,
Mm-hmm.
goof up with a lot of confidence. So
True.
people will listen to you. Amazing. You're absolutely right. I also feel children today, or the youth today, they have got themselves so engrossed in themselves,
Mm-hmm.
in doing things what they do. They don't want to move out of their rooms. There are so many other technology going around with them, that they have everything at the back of their call. So they don't want to interact, they don't want to collaborate, they don't want to network. So I think everything has come to a standstill, because they have technology they network with, they have collaborations with the technology today. So face to face communication has actually reduced down quite a level. So what are your thoughts on this? We feel, how should one actually work on networking and collaborating, so all these things come in the forefront today?
It's very true. Digitalization has taken over everyone, be it children, be it adults, even the older generation. Everyone is in awe of what next can we do. And especially during COVID-19, it was a testing and challenging time for everyone. So some of us were able to encounter it and take the challenge in a positive way, and use the technology for the best of our
Yeah,
purpose, and use for
absolutely.
teaching and everything. But as children, when we're talking about children who are younger audience, like less than 10 years, their parental control is a must. You as a parent
Yeah.
have the responsibility, not just give a gadget to your kid and think, oh, my responsibility is done. You need to watch, you need to see what they are doing, how much time they are spending, and give time to them. These gadgets are just something which is like, giving them small momentary happiness. But if you don't
Yeah.
take over, they are just going to be engrossed in that world. So for kids less than 10, it's the parents' responsibility to give time to their children, spend time, be with them, spend quality time, and see that what they are doing, they need you more than those gadgets. For kids who are between 10 to 20, I would say even adults like 18, some people may say that they are 18, they are adults, but 10 to 18 is also a age group that we need to pay attention to.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying like become like guards or monitor everything. Give your kids the freedom, give them the, empower your kids that what they are doing, trust them, respect them. But at the same time, be there as their guide, as their friend, because they don't know everything. And when you are in this world, I would say digital world, there might be some people who are more nice, who are more kinder, or appear to be kinder to your kids, and they can get lost. So it's very important that we have to be working with our kids in controlling the cyber world in a much profound way, by giving time, by spending time with your children, and also by showing them the advantages. Like if you time it out, just as we time activities, so much time is for playing. Same we can do, like what they can do, like teach them coding. Show them the healthy ways or healthy platforms where they can enjoy. Like
Yeah.
as a parent, my children, they I would say they opened the doors for me for gamification. Both my kids, they love games. So I started using gamification for teaching, which was not done so much in the school where I teach, in the education institution where I teach. So I was amongst the pioneers who introduced gamification in higher education. So it became like a plus plus because it was not done, but I owe it to my children. I say that it was because of them I was like, I can do that. So same as, we
Yeah.
should not think of children as someone like they are small, they don't know. They know much better than things than us sometimes. So we should be respecting our children, we should be giving them more responsibilities, being there as their guide as well as their support system, not leaving them in the cyber world all by themselves,
Yeah.
but be there with them all the time, as parents, as friends, as mentors, whatever you call, or as even as teachers. We hear kids who are studying here far away from their hometown. We should take the
Yeah.
responsibility of mentoring them in a healthy way so that they lead properly and don't get lost. It's our responsibility to
Very.
do those things.
I think absolutely right. I think it's very important, as you very rightly said, we have to be everything with them. We have to be a mentor, a friend, a teacher, because we just can't leave them in the cyber world all to their own. Absolutely right. This is about children, about youth, about the adults, the new adults of the world. What about us? What is networking for you? What is collaboration for you? How does it start? What are the key things to make it happen?
I think we all have to believe that collaborations and networking is the key in today's world. But we
Yeah.
should have the eye to understand and recognize which is a healthy network. Because
Yeah.
I would say, like, as an adult, as a responsible adult, sometimes even we get lost, even though we are adults. But if we don't have that eye in understanding, in recognizing who are or who could be healthy networks, even we can make mistakes. It's very normal.
Yeah.
Because even if you
Absolutely.
see on LinkedIn, we met through LinkedIn and it has been amazing. I met so many of my amazing friends through LinkedIn and I made such wonderful contacts, such wonderful
Yeah.
collaborations that we are each pushing each other, supporting each other, and having
Yeah.
successful ventures. But
Yeah.
even in professional networks like LinkedIn, sometimes we do get people who are fake, or we do get people who appear to be something that they are not. So we have to
Yeah.
be a bit careful. We as adults also have to be careful, not just the kids but also us, because sometimes it looks so real, too good
Yeah.
to be true,
Too good.
that we just keep on flowing in that particular, I would say, uh, it's like, even if though it's like a restricted area, forbidden area, we just go with the flow thinking, oh, that's the golden
Absolutely.
gate, that's my golden gate, I need to go, it's giving me so much. So that's why it's important, as especially women, don't just
Yeah.
go with the wow words or goody words. Be realistic. Not
Right.
everything that glitters is gold. We have to
Absolutely.
see, we have to give it some time. Don't just rush to anything that you see. Networking is good, collaborations are good, but please have the eye to see the real networks, the, I would say, the quality networks, which is going to be a win-win for both of you. And don't get lured by, the praises or the keywords, or like, the golden words, because sometimes it could be too
True.
good, but you don't know where you are treading to. So keep your eyes and ears open and try to find your tribe, try to find your quality oriented people, so that
Yeah.
you develop together and move together.
Wow. Amazing. I think that's a wonderful message for all the women out there. So it's so important to know your drive. It's so important that the network you're venturing into is the safe network, is the network which somewhere connects with you at the EQ and the IQ level, so that you know where you're heading to, which people you are meeting. You collaborate in a way where you all function in the same direction and help one another grow, empower one another and grow together. Amazing. Absolutely lovely, Ruby. I think this is really amazing. You have inspired with your conversation so many people across the globe. Who is that one person who inspires Ruby Bakshi?
As a kid, I was really, really inspired by my own parents. My mom is my role model. As a girl growing up in India, I would always wanted to do something which is similar to what my mom is doing. So she is still my biggest inspiration, but that's family, because we as children, we start looking at our parents and we lead, because
Right.
our parents lead by example. So I was like, I want to be like my mom. So she has been a
Yeah.
great inspiration. But as an outsider, I would say outside the family bracket, um, our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, he has been a big inspiration to all the people, including me. Like, I'm not a political person, but he's one person that I have been following. Like like he's really a person who's giving each and every person a reason to live and lead passionately.
Right.
He's a person who is leading the youth of today, whether it's a small kid, whether it's a teenager, grown up, or adults, anywhere and everywhere, not just in India, but even abroad. All over, he has been such a revolutionary leader. He's giving examples, he's sharing things, he's making each and every one feel important and valued. And I think that's what we need today. That's like a call of action. We need such people who are giving other people the responsibility as well as a reason to live. So there are a lot
Yeah.
of people even here in Switzerland, who literally worship him, and they say that you are
Yeah.
so proud, you are so honored and blessed to have a leader like him, and I'm really proud of it. So he's one person that I'm passionate, and it's really my dream to see him one day in real, and
Wow.
just be in front of him and touch him and say that you have been a role model and you're leading so many people. God bless you.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think I second you that completely there. I think he's one leader who has inspired all of us with the strategies he plans and the way he executes them. I think he was
True.
one who literally moved mountains to make his presence felt from
Mhm.
right from the day he came on board. And he's still there. It's absolutely consistent in what he has been doing so far. And we really wish him all the more. We wish him more and more terms to his credit. We just want him to be here and keep ruling India and the globe, and actually make India come to that global power level.
True.
Amazing. Yes, you're absolutely right, Ruby. What are your thoughts, as you would like to wind up this wonderful conversation with you, inspiring conversation? What are your thoughts with?
I would just like to tell everyone that keep doing good, keep becoming more and more strong every day. Give
Yeah.
yourself new challenges, because once you feel I have there, I have achieved everything that I was looking for, you will just lose your reason to live or challenge yourself. So just keep on challenging yourself towards new objectives. So once you accomplish those objectives, keep moving towards the newer ones. Keep giving yourselves the tasks that challenge you, that make you work passionately. Don't lose your passion, because if you lose your passion, you will lose the reason to live. So just be passionate, keep dreaming, because dreams do come true. I believe in that.
Yes.
So you should also keep dreaming with your eyes open. As I said, It's a big bad world of business. So keep your eyes
Yeah.
and ears open and keep dreaming, and all the best.
Lovely. Ruby, I'm tempted to ask you one very sweet question. I hope you love it.
Yes.
You are a wonderful mom, you are a wonderful teacher, you're an academician, an educationist, a TEDx speaker, a wife, a wonderful friend. Who is Ruby Bakshi in reality? Who is she? What is that one thing that you love to do for yourself? Who is Ruby Bakshi, the woman that she is?
I just want to be someone who is real, who believes in herself and leave a legacy. I want my
Yeah.
children to be proud of me. I want my parents to be proud of me, as well as my husband. The people who have really been there throughout, through thick and thin. It's my core
Yeah.
family. And the husband, I say, because he's the one, as we say, behind every successful man there's a woman. And in my case, it's my mom and my husband. I can proudly say
Yeah.
these were the two people who always pushed me. I was a shy girl. I was a very timid girl who would not really open
Wow.
up. And today I'm a TEDx speaker and coaching people who are going for these professional talks. So, yes, I want to be proud of my children, and I want to make them feel that if I can do, if our mom can do, coming from a small town in India, we can definitely do and lead towards a better future. I strongly believe in that. I'm very passionate about that, and I hope it happens.
It will. It's already happening, and I'm sure it's going to stay there for the longest time. Thank you so much, Ruby. Thoroughly enjoyed the conversation with you. You're such an amazing, inspiring person. I'm sure this conversation is going to leave my audience asking for more and reaching out to you to mentor them and to coach them. All our love and support to you for this. Wish you all the best in life.
Thank you so much, Archana. All the best to you as well. It was really a pleasure sharing the platform with you. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye bye. That was Dr. Ruby Bakshi Khurdi for you. What an amazing, enterprising woman she is. We've spoken about so many interesting topics today which are of utmost importance and relevance. We've spoken about gender equality, we've spoken about meaningful collaboration and networking, we've spoken about the importance of we as parents, as friends, as teachers in the lives of our children. We've also spoken about the importance of being in a safe cyberspace, how important it is to stay self driven and motivated to keep reaching out to your goals and stay successful. I hope this conversation really inspires you. I wish all of you the very best in life and stay tuned for more.